There's a lot of messages happening today, guys. So I'm gonna just go ahead and dive in. But again, remember, if you're not in a good place, it does not mean that you're not gonna move from. I'm getting that miracles happen to those who believe because I was getting my, excuse me. Well, actually, I'm not gonna lie. I was taking a bite out of my taco, and then I accidentally dropped the crust that I have on my vanity. And the second part came off, which was this. So I'm like, you know what? I think I'm meant to bring this up. So miracles happen to those who believe. But I want to say for this message I'm going, it's taking me to 2025. October is very significant within this time period. It's the number 8 I have pulled out earlier. And this one came out was the number 8 of Pentacles. So that was a sense for me to say, you know what, this is what we need to go ahead and talk about because
Time to give your kitchen
confirmation we need to talk about it. 8 of Pentacles, it is about diligence, it is passion, high standards, apprenticeship, mastery, skill development. But I'm going automatically with this message that it is mastery. And with 2025, October, I'm getting the return of the 13. You are a magical person. You may not know that you're magical, but I'm getting that 2025 was the return of the 13, but not really having returned. It's the golden dawn. Maybe if this resonates with you, the golden dawn could be significant, and the return of the 13 could mean something to you. But the way that it's coming through, in a sense, is that you did this. Hey, I'm gonna go back. This was a ritual that you did in 2025 of August 8th. Or you did this in the whole week preparing, so you knew what the August Lionsgate Portal was, if that makes sense. So in the year of 2025, you had already started preparing. I'm seeing people who they're giving me a lot, guys. So I'm seeing people who are 32 years old specifically, and it's like you maybe did a study on something of knowing that you had to master something before you hit the age of 33. And by you hitting this in the spinal cord now, because the spinal cord is significant, it is like you activated something within the DNA that was at the correct time and in the appropriate time that now you are starting to see the benefits of you basically being consistent in life. By you mastering or trying to attain this skill that you had to reach before you were 33, you put your higher self in, or basically chose to walk in your highest path to basically be all that you could. And what I'm getting with this too is if this resonates, there was a journey already on that you had already felt like I've been on a long journey. And it's been nonstop. I've had a couple breaks, and the breaks that they're giving me is that you are now maybe with family, you are now maybe in a place of, I would say, at peace, where you had to really be on your own too, and you may be separated from friends or even from loved ones, and it's just like not that you had anything wrong, but it's just like you just did not have it in you, or you were put in circumstances where the divine did not want you around anyone. Because for you to go that far is what I'm saying, hearing is that you believed in something as far as reaching something before 33. And with the spinal cord, it's like if you did something to, maybe you're practicing how to go ahead and revive or renew your body. And it's about raising that energy fluid to the brain, which hits the raise the fluid to your brain so that it hits and it basically goes in, and then it draws down to your body and basically you regenerate. I'm getting that you did activate that. So my rocks are the same color right now. They give me a white and pink, so white and pink can be very significant. But again, going with the 8-8 portal, it's just like you did activate something within you to want to go ahead and at least, you may not feel that way right now, but to activate something within you that is so much more to you. It's like you want to be all that you can be, and it's just things are finally making sense now. And it's going back because it's okay. Going back to the return of the 13. So if you did this, and I'm also getting people who did rituals for the month of August. If you are someone who did the work on August of 2025, you probably thought, oh, I'm going to see the result It's the return of the 13. But the way that it's coming through to me is that you were expecting to see the results right away. It's like maybe you feel like, oh, I walked through the portal and it's like I'm doing all the right things, I'm believing in it. And it's like your heart is in the right place, your imagination is in the right place. But it's just like you may get impatient, may feel like you're not seeing the results, and it's coming through in a sense of do not get discouraged. Do not. Basically, it's about you basically finding a balance. They're giving me the yin yang about you really discovering yourself. So that's why it came down to this, was because it was about you having to really learn, about you maybe feeling like you have died a part of yourself because of the heartbreaks, the betrayals, the people who walked away, or not having things the way that you wanted when it came to certain loves, or when it came to a certain way that you wish things would have played out. So it was like you letting go in a sense. And you would not have done that if you would not have gone through that journey. So it's like if you did not see the results or that, it's just like this year in August, this August 8th, 2026, this reading is for you. That now the 13 have arrived, because it was like it was the return of the 13 for 2025. But the return was more like the death. And now with 2026 of August 8th, it is like the rebirth. And the way that you're gonna know if this reading is for you is you're gonna have a magical, you're connected with your inner child. You stay true to a vision, you've not been swayed from it, and whatever that vision is, let's just say you had several things. You chose one thing, whatever it is that you wanted. But now I'm getting a sense to say that, you know what? You also chose yourself. And it was not in a wrong way. It was just you knowing that, you know what? This doesn't fulfill me. Or, you know what? This walked away and I kept chasing something that did not fulfill me. It still did not happen. And that had to happen. But it's just like, you're seeing the bigger picture. But that got you to choose yourself, is what they're saying. And that was the road that is really needed to be made. Confirmation, I already saw that. When you realize that you were whole and that you were good if something happens for you or nothing happens for you, that doesn't mean it's going to play out that way, but it just means that you were realizing that you decide whatever it is that you want, or how you're going to handle, or how you're going to go about things. You have learned to have a gratitude. And now it's like you were learning that even if it was losing a pet or something, not doing things the right way, now you know that with the pets that I do have, I should maybe do things in a different way so that I can make sure that I appreciate the things that I have in front of me. And that's what it's giving me. It's giving me that Lion King, but I'm also getting now, remember, the spinal tap is very significant. I'm getting that you are awakening. I'm getting that this is more than just a Lionsgate portal for those, again, who did something in 2025 of the August 8th portal then. I want to say it was more like of a death, and now it's like this is the rebirth of 2026. But what I'm getting to is just that you went through a journey, and you might feel like, oh, I really didn't go through a journey. Maybe it was just a heartbreak, or maybe it was losing someone that I loved, or maybe it was just a health problem. But it's just no one's journey is about comparing. It's just about knowing that we all go through things, and those things are what combine us as far as the emotion, as far as being one. If you cry, I cry. Or basically saying, have you not cried? Because I have cried. Have you not been angry? Because I've been angry. So that's why it's like we need to have an empathy. We need to do things. We need to speak out. We need to be evolved. We need to be the higher consciousness to do things and speak things and not wait till something is too late. But this reading is just basically letting it be a reminder for you to say that, you know what, your manifestations are coming in. Because with the spinal cord, they're saying it is your manifestation coming in to fruition, but it's also saying that you acted on a purity or such a love for yourself. I'm gonna but with like even with the spinal cord, because it's like the spinal cord is behind you, it's in the back of you. So you may feel like, you know what, I have to really watch my back because out of everything that's happened, it's not been maybe in the most positive way. But you don't have to do that. You just keep being yourself. But I'm getting that the divine spirit, your guardian angels, your ancestors, your imaginary friends, the fae, they have your back. And I want to say that something is definitely going to happen if this video is finding you and you did do the things that I said as far as maybe you did a rich. It's really giving that you did not get what you thought you were going to get. Maybe it's like you thought it was going to come manifested fast, but it did not. And it's just like you felt like life is still going on. I'm still in the same spot. But let's say that if you are in the same spot and you are being consistent on your videos, you're being consistent on showing up for whatever it is that you have, that one thing, whatever it may be, that you are showing up still doing it. And it's just like the results are going to come in, but you just need to go ahead and produce. And your job is not to do the heavy lifting, but to have fun. I'm going to leave it at that, guys. I love cherry coke. Sorry, I haven't had a cherry one. I had that's my third one. I. So the number 8 is very significant, guys. Excuse me. And I want to say the number 13, the number 1. So 8, 13, 1. How do you love 8? That's 9. Well, 13. Okay, so that's still 13, but which is a 4. So the number 4 is significant. And again, 13, 8, or 1. It's 13. Okay, so yeah, 13 is the key number here, guys. Okay? And I want to say it's a confirmation that 2025 was the death of you. Or was it the full, like, they're giving me Corvus Bride. It doesn't mean that you have to be a female energy. It's an energy for both that I'm picking up, but right now they're giving me just a metaphor of like her, like when she got murdered. And it's like she was murdered, so she was not in peace. And now they're giving me now 2026 is you stepping through that Lionsgate portal, a door that is like that, I guess. Very like woodland door. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's very significant. A cottage door, I guess. But this August 8th, the moment this video finds you, this is a timeless reading, of course. But it's the same energy. But it's just like in 2026, they're referencing Corpse Bride, and it's just like when she is walking down the aisle and she gets her last breath. So I'm getting if you want to cry and cry, because you know what? Regardless if you think you made progress or not, if this video is showing up, let it be a sign, let it be fate, let it be divine timing that this found you in the right time, because the universe works through all of us. And I've seen a difference in my life by going on these. And what's the rush is what they're saying, because it's about enjoying this time to reach your destination, because it's the experience of the journey. Don't feel like nothing was lost. Don't feel like time was wasted. If anything, let this be the Lionsgate portal where it's just like you are now crowned, you are coronated, and as you step out into this world now to create, to spark others, because you never know who is watching you, who you are inspired. And it's about now going through this portal knowing that, you know what, I know better. I know that I don't have to have the last word. I know that I don't have to give my energy. I know that I can speak up and I can have opinions and I can do things in a correct and proper way. But the definition of evolving is knowing what is truly right or wrong. Not doing things to impress others, but doing so because it is authentic, it is true and pure to who they are. The letter E-I-T. or EIE could be very significant. Splitting the deck, we have the Hierophant, and that's a confirmation. And this is personal beliefs, freedom, going against the grain, unconventional, foolish generosity. This is a huge confirmation because it's like I said, you chose to get to know yourself, and that's why they were giving you love and respect because you chose to go ahead and go down a journey of self-discovery, which is something that needs to be done in everyone's own timeline when they have to go ahead and do something. But people are not all meant to awaken confirmation because they're meant to awaken at their own time. And through those who are awakening, by them acting out in their own passion, it is going to activate those around them. And it's also about knowing that if you wanted to be seen or there's someone wanting for, not that there's anything wrong with that, but it's just saying that the right people will always come to you, the right people will always follow you based on the frequency. So it's just also knowing God has enough for everyone. Dios tiene para todos, but you're not meant to basically follow. You're meant to basically now know that, you know what, I've gone this far and I've been through it. And I still have been true to my videos. I still been consistent. It may have 1 view, 2 views, 5 views, but I'm gonna keep going. And you know what? If YouTube doesn't work out, I can go to TikTok, I can go to Facebook, and you know what? I can always try again. But it just, no matter how many times you've been hit, this is the point. Keep going because how bad do you want it? And with 5, it's giving me the number of change. With 12, the Hanged Man. Pause, surrender, letting go, new perspective, enlightenment. And that's what I say with the spinal cord, guys. And it's weird because if you look at the Hanged Man, it's like the spinal cord, but it's also giving me like, it is awakening. All that fluid is going to the head, and it's just like you are going deeper. And that's what it's giving because you thought you maybe had been patient. You should have seen results by now. And it's just like, no, you've really had to know that I have to let go of time and I can't live like that. I just have to somehow be all about me. I'm not saying it in a wrong way, but saying it in a sense of like, I can be kind, I can help others, but what do I want to do right now? Let me sit with myself and be on my own if it's meant to be that way. Because you're gonna put yourself out when it's time. You'll have this calling to go out or just do something, and then basically the right people will come into your life. So if you feel like there's nothing you can do in this time of isolation, basically just be in that moment. Because it's also given me that this is a gift to you because you are gonna know how to speak to people. You're gonna know how to talk to people because you were gonna be the one who speaks in the behalf of knowing what it was to be because you were that person. You were that person who didn't have anyone to talk to. So therefore, what you lack is going to be the very gift of what you're meant to be as well. I hope that makes sense. So we're going to go ahead and start, guys. I'm going to pull 4 cards. So that one did flip over, but this one is 2. So these are all came out upright, so I'm going to take them. But we have the 2 of Cups. We have unified love, partnership, mutual attraction, proposal, marriage, connection. How weird. And it's also giving me, oh, guys, there's a lion right here on top of the Lionsgate Portal. So I want to say love is definitely a possibility. And the reason I'm saying that is because this is exactly what I said. I am good if something happens for me, and I'm good if nothing happens for me. That is allowing you to be whole because you chose yourself in the sense of knowing that I fulfill myself. But it did not mean that nothing else was going to happen by you saying that. And it's like you go, or you are now entering into a world where others are whole or who have put in that same energy as you to get to know themselves so that they can be a different, so that they can be their highest self, is how I'm getting it. And with the Knight of Wands, I want to say you have been fluctuating with energy. You may be getting like you have your good days, your bad days. Like you be having like moments you're really happy, you get sad, and then you get angry, and it's like the work. But I want to say you still have kept forward with this energy. But I want to say I've seen this in two ways. I've seen someone could be approaching you in a magical type of way, but I'm also seeing that you're gonna get a surge of energy because they're showing me the sun now of solar flashes, and it's gonna give you that extra, the excess or access to be significant, maybe nexus could be significant, but you're gonna be getting this energy. So use this energy because it is creating energy. And then with the Three of Wands, this is this was, if anything, the preparation, the progress. And it's like you now have an intuitive feeling. You're now being guided to now listen to your intuition. And if your intuition is not, if you're not so confident in your intuition as you grow it, listen to your body. Is your body changing? How is your body acting around scenario? This is expansion, opportunity. And now I'm hearing don't keep yourself a secret. So I will pull one more. Because I said four, guys. Oh my god. Upright, we have 19. The sun. That's a beautiful confirmation, guys, honestly. And pretty much, this is the pleasure, the positivity, the happiness, vitality, fun, joy. And now that's what I meant is the obstacles that you felt that you were going through, those hard moments, you may not understand, but come back to that time of being in the now and being in that pain, understanding that it is a part of this life. This there's nothing you can do, not even for the children of your children, to go ahead and protect them from heartbreak, protect them from having their first crush, their first heartbreak, or just from getting hurt because it is life. But it is about just saying, I have complete faith in you, that you will handle it. And that is why it comes to you bringing these generational curses of knowing what you allow your kids to see, or knowing what you allow your kids to see as far as you and your partner, or but basically that it was not for nothing. And just like the sun, they're comparing it to you were like the sun because many of you may have felt that you would not see the sun come up the next day. Guys, my phone shut off, but I don't know where it left off. But yeah, 19 with the sun. This is just the greatest confirmation, honestly, because it's about knowing that even though you're going through this portal or this day has come, it doesn't mean that you stop doing what you need to do. But if anything, you should have learned to have more patience. And I know we don't always want to hear that. But it's just about now, you should have learned, if anything, I enjoy this journey. I'm awake, I'm alive. The fact that I can see, the fact that I can touch, the fact that I have maybe no health issues or whatever. Because it's always about finding gratitude for whatever it is that you have. Because everyone is going through something. And now they're giving me a sense to say that what one person has, what one doesn't mean that one person cannot attain it. But it's just like always being happy for that person as well. And you putting the steps to go ahead and reach it, but doing it in a fun way. And for anyone who has felt like they went through this journey on their own, because I'm seeing a majority of you did do this journey on their own, to the point where a partnership is on the horizon for you, and it's just like, oh my gosh, I'm not ready. Because honestly, guys, I've been seeing number 6, I've been seeing hearts all around, and I didn't want to go ahead and put all the messages like that because I like to put messages out that are really about knowing what it is to do this for me. And to do this for me, it's about knowing that there's always a bigger picture. If someone should want to leave your life, allow them to. And just say, I love you. And if you need to walk away, do it in the most kindest way. You will simply just say, I love you. Because again, God has enough for everyone. And the way I say it like that is because what do you get when you do things in anger?